This is Carol from Smarty Pants Listener Support. I'd like to show you my really easy to use Smarty Home Budget Starter. If you've just got a few minutes, it could save you a great deal of time and be really valuable in your life. I wrote this budget starter for myself to help me manage with limited funds and through tough times. So I thought that I'd improve it and add charts and make it easy to use, and I thought that I'd offer it to people. So if you would like to just stay on the journey with me for a short time, I'll show you how it works. Thank you.
For people that have never used a budget before or would like to try one, it's pretty simple to use, and it was written to provide an easy start to budgeting. So what we have down here in the spreadsheet is we have the documentation page, budget, actual month, A and B, calendar, notes and chart. So the documentation page just shows you basically what the spreadsheet's about, but I'll just go through that. So on the budget tab, this is actually, here we go, this is where you can put in your income and your expenses, and we have a difference between income and expenses down here for each period. So we have a per week, fortnight, month, quarter and year. So all you do is you put your income in here and choose a drop down box to see whether that's fortnightly, monthly, and this will change accordingly. So if you get paid $5.60 per month, it'll show here, and it works it out for all the other periods. So we'll put that back to weekly. So this is really handy, and if you have other income from a hobby or rental or a partner's income, just put that in, just type over these, and this breaks it down for you for what it is for each period, your total. So here we go, $7.69 per week, and these are expenses per week. So same thing goes, put in your rent, mortgage, whatever you have to pay, choose whether you pay that weekly, fortnightly, monthly, and that will come up in this per month, and it works it out for all the other periods. So this is really handy for something like rates, for example, which is $1,500 per year. You might pay them quarterly. If you pay them yearly, it comes up in the year here, and you just choose from the drop down box whether you pay that yearly, quarterly, or however, and it works it out for all the other periods. So if you were paying that amount yearly, you can see here that for every week, your rates, you need to put aside $29, or per fortnight, $58 of whatever you are receiving needs to be put aside in order for you to pay that bill at the end of the year. So this is a really handy overview of your complete financial situation. And at the bottom here, you can easily see if you've got money left over after you've put your expenses in with your income, and see how much you can save. If you can save a bit more, you can just play with these figures and work it out for you. So if you've got a red figure down the bottom here, you've not got enough income to cover these expenses, so you might have to cut back on dinners out perhaps, or something like that. So anyway, here we go. This is your actual month A and your actual month B. These are your real-time budgets for now and right up for 2 months ahead if you like. This is whether you have 4 or 5 weeks in this particular month. Just change your month here from the drop down calendar. So we might start with October, and the year here you can adjust that in the calendar tab. So you can go here to change that, and we'll show you that later. So what you do is, this is where you are right now. So you can put your pay dates in here, so you know exactly when it is that you're accounting for your income and these particular bills and when they can be paid. And at the bottom here it shows you whether or not your difference between your income and what you have planned to pay for that particular week, whether you've got any left over, or whether you're in the red here, in which case you need to adjust something. So perhaps you can't save $50 here, you might have to take that out. So you need to take $10 off from somewhere else, unless you're getting some more income from here, or you've got some left over, which you could put in, you know, your leftover amount from the previous week. You could add that up here, and that will show that yes, you do have quite a bit of money left over. Or you can just add in here that you can actually save quite a bit more. Say you could save 50, or you can go out for dinner or whatever else you need to account for. So that's how it works. And so up the top here, to work out your pay dates, and you can go to the calendar tab here. So it's right here for you. Just put in your correct year here. So if it's any year calendar here, so this will automatically change for you. And you can look here and say we're in October. You can see if you get paid on a Monday, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pay weeks. If it's a Thursday, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are the dates. So go back to your actual month, and you can go, say if I get paid on a Wednesday, it's the 4th, 11th, 18th and 25th, and you just put in here the 4th, 11th, and so on. And you know you've only got 4 pay weeks, so you would just delete this one out from here. This is really handy for working out installments. So if you've got a big bill come in, such as an energy bill or a dental bill, you just put that in here. And you know, say you had a crown, $2,500. Clearly you can't pay that straight away, so you would need to work out when you can make those installments. So this works out weeks ahead. Any installments that you need to put in straight away, you can see whether you can cover that or not. You know, you may need to go to the next month to work that out. So in here you might be able to pay, you've got 200 left over, you might be able to pay 200 towards that dental bill there. Dinner takeout, perhaps you can't do that then. You might choose not to save the 50, not to go out to dinner, and you may need to pay 100 to the dentist. So you just add that in there. So already you can see, right, I'm working towards paying off my bill, and I may need to go to the next month before I can pay another lot. So here we are, October, so month B, click that on. So again, you can choose your months from the drop down box. You've got your year, put your pay dates in, fill out your income and work out for your dental bill. So you can just add that in there and go back to your month A. So dental bill 2,500 minus 300, so you've got 200 left to pay. So your dental bill is now 2,200 balance. That just helps you, remind you what you've got left and how much you need to account for in these pay weeks. So the other thing with the actual month A and B, once you've completed November, you can go back to month A, delete all of this information, change it to December. So basically you're working 2 months ahead at any time with your actual month A and actual month B. Also under here at the bottom you also have a chart, which is quite a handy visual to see how your spending is going for this whole month. So you've got colour coded here, week 1 is red, green for week 2, week 3, 4 and or 5 and so on. So as you can see, rent, which is pretty stable, an amount that you would pay, these are all the same. But with the food, for example, you can see just from arbitrary figures that I've put up in here for different weeks, that comes up and you can just see at a glance how your spending for food is going and go, oh, we really spent a lot in that week, and maybe we can make some changes at a later time, or just watch that spending. Yeah, so once you fill up and you have more categories up here, these labels down here will change and you'll be able to see, they'll come in on an angle, so you will be able to see more on your chart. These charts are formatted also so you can print them out. So that's your actual month A and B. This is your real-time spending right here and now. And it's also a good idea to put in here save for budget. So this is, the idea is that you have a separate account and you save a little bit, as much as you can, when you can, even if it's just $10, and you're putting that aside into a separate account. So eventually, all these bills, when they come in, will be able to be paid straight out of your budget account, which is, you get this amount from here, so you can see on your budget tab that what your real bills are, the set bills and living expenses, which you'll enter in here, what that is per week, per fortnight, etc. So you look down the bottom and you go, right, my living expenses and concrete bills, I need at least this much every week aside. Monthly is quite a good one to have that amount aside as a goal to save up, so that you know that at any time you've got exactly what you need in a budget saving account to cover all the bills that would possibly come in for a month. So you could pay, on average, you could just pay your rent, your rates. If you're buying a house, you can pay that on one bill. You can pay your insurance for the year all in one go. And that's the goal, so you don't have to worry quite as much. But in the meantime, we're working with our actual spending right here and now, and that's what these two tabs are for, to help you out right now. So the other thing is, over here on the charts at the end, this shows you your income and your expenses, what you've put in your budget tab, compared with the 2 months, your actual 2 months of income and your actual 2 months of spending, and you can see how that compares with what you've put in your budget tab. So that's my spreadsheet. It's helped me enormously. This one is actually got some improvements in it, which with charts and being able to adjust things and a calendar and everything. So it's actually really a nice little easy to use spreadsheet for you. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please like my page, Smarty Pants Business Support on Facebook. Bye for now.